Today I'm answering your sleep question. My 6.5-month-old is waking in the middle of the night, babbling. Should I leave him to self-settle? Hi, I'm Nikki, one of the founders of a company called Little Ones and mother to 3 beautiful children. At Little Ones, we specialise in infant and child sleep through a comprehensive set of online sleep programs. Let me talk you through this one. There are a couple things that might be going on here for your little one. The first thing I would be interested in is your little one's wakefulness in the middle of the night. So it sounds to me like they're waking, but they're not distressed. They're not waking and crying out because they're hungry or cold. They're waking, chatting away, which suggests they're relatively happy, but they are very awake. This would indicate to me that the reason for that could be that they're having a little bit too much sleep during the day or late in the day. Somewhere between 6 and 8 months, we really need to start trimming back and then getting rid of altogether that late afternoon nap, so the third nap of the day. And what can definitely start happening, and a sign of your little one being ready to drop that nap, is this kind of behavior, this wakefulness during the night. So if your little one is still having that late afternoon nap, in the first instance try reducing its length, and then if that's not having an impact, then cut it out altogether to try and avoid that wakeful period in the middle of the night, which does suggest that your little one is simply awake and alert and they've just had a bit too much sleep. So the other thing in regards to your question of whether you should leave your little one to self-settle, it really depends what the settling situation is with your little one anyway. If they are already a pro at self-settling and at putting themselves to sleep, then I would see no harm in leaving them as long as you're comfortable that they're happy, you're confident that they're not hungry, or maybe they've gotten cold or they're not tangled in their bedding or anything like that. As long as you're comfortable too, then I think you're actually fine to leave them as long as they're just happily chatting away, and hopefully they will eventually go back to sleep. But that's a double-edged sword, because I think the chance and the success of them being able to go back to sleep is going to depend on the nap structure that we just discussed. So if your little one's still having quite a long or a late afternoon sleep, then even if you leave them, no matter how happy they are, they're probably going to be awake for a couple hours. And at that point, they are probably going to start getting a bit upset and need your help to go back to sleep. So yeah, the nap stuff comes first, and then you just really need to use your own judgment as their parent to see, how are they? Are they okay in the night when they wake? It's not the end of the world if they need your help to go back to sleep. And if they're already self-settling at naps and at bedtime, then settling them and helping them back to sleep on the odd night wake is totally fine. It's not going to ruin all of the self-settling work that you've done. So I hope that's given you a bit of an answer and something to work towards. Thank you very much for watching today, and thank you for asking us your sleep questions. Don't forget to reach out here and on our social channels if we can help you further. We would love to hear from you. Please also subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get notified of lots of videos like this one. I will talk to you again next week.